What's going on, guys? Welcome back to an episode of SLP. I'm your host, Enzo the God Nuck. Very quickly, I wanted to give you guys a little update. Let me go ahead and flip this camera around so you guys can go ahead and see this. All right, as you guys can see, we have a rope tied up to the pulley, or I'm sorry, the tensioner. The reason for that is because when we put the supercharger plate on, we're having an issue. We can't get to this little section right here, which allows us to put a ratchet right there and with an extension to move the tensioner over, which gives us this play right here. Now, since we can't do that with the supercharger on with the bracket, because the bracket covers up approximately like all the way up to here. So what we're doing is, now this may not be the correct way to put this on. There may be another way that I still haven't found. I've looked up a lot on YouTube and I still haven't found anything at all whatsoever. So right now we're trying to get creative. We're gonna go ahead and put this rope here. We're gonna pull it underneath here. My grandpa's gonna go ahead and pull it, and then that should give us enough play to allow me to put the belt on. Like I said, this probably isn't the right way, but as far as for instructions and everything goes, I could not find anything as far as for a helping situation. So hopefully this right here will help us out. But this is the way that we're gonna start the video today, with a headache before it gets really hot, because as you guys know, this is that week where that heat wave is hitting, and it's winning for sure. So as long as I can go ahead and put this belt on today, we can go ahead and put all the lubricants and finish up all the little touches, and then we can go ahead and start this puppy tomorrow. But as of right now, it's just this whole belt situation. So I'm probably not going to record the process. I'm more than likely going to come back once the belt is on, or if we failed. So stick around for that. All right, the reason why we're doing that is, as you guys can see right here, this is the old tensioner, the one that I told you guys in the last video that I had it in a box to safely put it away, but water got in. So you see right here, it's already been cut, and that's currently what we're doing right here. The reason why is because every time we pull the tensioner back this way, it connects with the bracket plate, and well, we figured it out. So, and not my greatest situation. I actually got a little bit of dust metals in there, which I'm not supposed to do, so that sucks too. It is what it is though. As you guys can see right there, my grandpa, le cortó a la pura medida, señor. So my grandpa is cutting one of the bolts because when we actually got the belt on successfully, but the bolt was right here and it was actually sitting on top of the belt. So we needed to go ahead and trim that down so we can go ahead and have more clearance and just more peace of mind, I guess you can say. So with that being said, guys, next clip is the belt on, and we can go ahead and start getting everything ready so we can go ahead and turn it on. All right, guys, as you guys can see, the belt is successfully put on. The bolt that you guys seen us cut was this guy right here. So we ended up going ahead and cutting it and clearing it out, because if you see, I'm not sure, right there, you see that clearance? We barely had enough clearance. So we went ahead and shaved that down. And now that we have everything put on, the next thing that we need to try to figure out, or I need to try to figure out here, is the cooling system. I know this one goes here because you can see there's a little bolt and that sits there. I need to figure out the other side. I do have a lot of extra pieces. Like I said, I had 2 motors, so I need to figure that out. And I also need to figure out what this is. Is this a temperature sensor? I'm not 100% sure. It might be, because this one's broken. I just slapped it back on together, but this one's broken. Once I go ahead and figure out this situation here, I'll go ahead and install it. But as of right now, I have to start reading some instructions and trying to look through my parts to see what I have. But right now, when I figure that part out, I'll come back and we can go ahead and knock that out. I'm not 100% sure if I just put silicone on here on the ends and just slide it in. I have no idea. I'm gonna go ahead and ask a buddy of mine, my mechanic, Zach, over at Voight's Garage, and see what he recommends me to do. I'm also gonna go ahead and post it up on my Instagram and see who has any recommendations. So with that being said there, let's go ahead and figure this part out. We'll come right back to it. All right, guys, so after going over a lot of stuff, I am missing a bracket. So the bracket that normally goes on this side that Vortech supplies and assists, let me go ahead and put a picture on real quick. You see that? Yeah, that's the one that I am missing. So I'm missing that. I'm gonna go ahead and order it through Vortech. As of right now, I am going to go order some NGK TR5s so I can put the spark plugs on, and then order some, well, get some silicone and try to see if I can at least get this process going, even though I am pretty much at a complete stop because of that. But I am going to go ahead and order and get other things ready so I can at least have a faster process, hopefully tomorrow or maybe sometime throughout the week. So I'm on my way to O'Reilly's, go get those spark plugs, get those installed, get the silicone, and maybe even just sand this down, repaint it, get some paint for that as well. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get the temperature sensor that's broken, because as you guys can see, it's broken. So I'm going to go ahead and order that and come back, maybe get some fluids. I don't know exactly how much oil this thing takes because I know now that it goes to the supercharger, and maybe, you know what, maybe I can even order the hoses there, because you know, I'm gonna need to at one point. So I might as well just go ahead and do that and get everything ready, because for the most part, I'm getting ready to start this thing, and I'm very, very happy about that. All right, guys, so I came back from the auto parts store. I'm already installing the, I want to say this is the return line for the supercharger to go right back into the oil pan. I went ahead and installed this one as well. If I already didn't mention that, I had a different one on the bottom, but turns out that this one, the OEM one, fit where the other one was, so that was perfect for me. I already went ahead and bought as much as I could as far as for transmission oil, engine oil, power steering fluid. Yeah, so I have a lot of things that I still need to purchase, a lot of things that I still need to get done. As of right now, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and pause this video. I'm gonna go ahead and take a break, because I don't know if you can tell, I am soaked, I am drenched. I did not wet myself at all. I didn't grab a bucket of water or do anything of that sort. It's just really hot out here. So with that being said, right now, I'm gonna go ahead and just finish installing this return line down here, and I'm gonna call it a day. I'll probably come back later on at night, because right now I am drenched. All right, guys, quick little update. I'm currently working on the passenger side spark plugs, as you guys can see. I already have one new one in there. I just need to snug it down and going down the line. I already did the driver's side. This is going to be the last side that I do, and the last piece of work that I do today until tomorrow, because I'm dead right now, guys. It's ridiculously hot. I've been drenched in sweat. I tried doing this when the sun went down a little bit more, but you know, once you get into something, you just want to finish it. So I already, like I said, I already did that side. Gonna finish off this side, and then we're gonna go ahead and continue this tomorrow. So let's just go ahead and move fast forward to that. What's going on, guys? All right, day 2. So as of right now, I do want to give you guys an update. There is a fire going on, so there is ashes everywhere. For those of you that are kind of can't see, you see all that ashes everywhere. So it kind of slowed down a little bit, so I'm starting to work on the bracket here that holds the little chingadero over there. So I'm gonna go ahead and install these. I already got some bolts here because the other ones were broken. I think that happened when I was trying to load the car onto the trailer when we first purchased it. We removed the bumper, and well, it kind of like, it scraped and hit the floor, and it pulled it, and it broke the previous bolts. So right now what I did is I widened them out a little bit to fit these right here, a little bit more heavy duty. So we should be in the clear on that one. I'm gonna go ahead and install that right now, connect the hoses that came with it. I don't think I need new ones. We're gonna see. Nah, yeah, these are pretty good. They're still firm. They're not all soggy. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, put it on, and then try to figure out the way that it's routing and how everything properly goes. Then I'm gonna go ahead and move towards the power steering, the transmission, and the motor oil, and do all that today. I was looking at my drive shaft. I did count the teeth, and I'm a little nervous that the aluminum drive shaft that I have over there and the original one, as you can see it over there all rusty, I'm a little nervous that it's not gonna work, but hopefully everything works how it's supposed to, and I can go ahead and do that today. After I finish installing this part here, I'm more than likely gonna go ahead, well actually I'm not, because I still have to connect the starter wire and the clutch cable and the O2 sensors underneath and clean it up nicely. So once I do all that, then I can go ahead and lower the car, and hopefully in the next video I should be receiving the cooling pipings here, and I should give you guys a cold start. So with that being said, let me go ahead and start this process here. I'll go ahead and save you guys the time. Here's the before, and then I'll show you the after. Let's get it. All right, guys, as you guys can see, I went ahead and installed it now. Now that it's completely installed, I touched it up with a little bit of spray paint just because I wanted it to look, I guess you could say, a lot better. But for the most part, now that I have that on, I need to figure out the hose situation. I need to figure out how exactly it goes. My assumption is that it does go to the little one that I have here, but I have to look at my old videos. I have to look at pictures because I'm not 100% sure, because I do have the little water tank here and I need to figure out how that goes as well. What I think I am gonna do today though, is I might not do the fluids, but I might connect all of the piping, or what I can to the most part. I might not connect the scoop today, but everything else might be connected. I am gonna try to see if I can blow off a majority of this mess here to make it look a little cleaner, but I just wanted to give you guys that right there. But I need to figure out the hoses, like I said, so yeah. All right, guys, what do you guys think? As you guys can see, from the throttle body down to the supercharger, I already have majority of the couplers and the parts connected. I'm still gonna connect the radiator right now. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up these areas right here. For example, put some zip ties and tidy it up, cut that little piece of string right there. Just, you know, make it look a lot more presentable. So this weekend, I think this weekend is gonna be it. The starting process is gonna be pretty dope. I'm excited. Obviously, we have to double check everything, make sure everything's on point before we even start that, but I don't wanna get too ahead of myself just in case. But as of right now, I'm pretty hyped, you know. I know it still looks like a mess because I have the rag here, but you know, I left it like that for the little ashes and I don't want anything getting in there. But what do you guys think? Comment below. Let me know what you guys think so far. And are you guys excited for the big reveal of turning it on, the wheels, tires? Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The one thing that I do love down here is the colorways. You see the colorways? Pink or the fuchsia with the little gold and the green. It looks pretty sick. I was down there earlier and I seen that and I was like, oh, that looks sick as F, dude. But yeah, so I'm gonna continue the process here. I'm not gonna give you guys step by step. If you guys want the step by step or have this process going on yourself and you want to talk, let me know. But let's keep it moving. All right, guys, got the radiator out. SR Performance. Believe it or not, I know these are a little bit on the lower end side, but I've already owned, this is going to be my third one, and I've never had an issue with cooling. Knock on wood. This is cardboard, but knocking. I put it in my first one, took it to Vegas, never even budged. The cooling was awesome. Yeah, so I highly recommend the SR Performance if you are on a lower budget or if you just want a good, affordable one. Yeah, I could have gone higher budget, obviously, but for some reason, I just keep falling back to these because these are reliable. I've yet to have an issue. And when I do have an issue, I'll let you guys know. But like I said, this is my third one. The other two, never had an issue. And the first one was probably the longest trip, which was in, man, it was a couple years ago. I took it to SEMA and I did not have any cooling issues whatsoever. If anything, the fuel pump gave out on me on the way back, which was once I already got home, which was good for me. But overall, dude, never had an issue with this setup here. And I highly recommend it to anybody that wants it. Go ahead and check it out. SR Performance. Let's get this going. All right, guys, as you guys can see, the radiator is in, the fan is in. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I had an issue installing the fan because now that the radiator is a little bit thicker, I don't know if you guys can tell, but everything here is very tight. I couldn't even put a bolt in there because it's so tight, because this here won't allow me. But for the most part, she looks pretty good. I'm gonna hold off on putting the shaker and all the other little components because I did notice that that wire needs to be fixed, and that wire as well needs to be put back together, and whatever else I need to do, it's gonna get a lot tighter, put it like that, because as you can see, look, I really don't have any more space to do anything. So tomorrow, or should I say in the next video, hopefully it'll be the final pieces, and we're gonna get a really good start to this motor. So as of right now, guys, I am gonna end this video here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button, the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video, because that for sure is gonna be a good one. See ya.